Let's have a cheeky look at some of the settings available inside the Somnium Space camera. When you first enter and start recording on Somnium Space, you'll notice it's a bit jittery and the field of view is quite narrow. These can all be changed inside the camera. I'm going to show you the very first thing I do when I want to record smooth first-person footage. Firstly, open up your tablet and go to camera in the middle. On the left-hand side, second button down, tracking. Here you'll see camera follow, and by default it's set to tablet, but we want to set that to eyes. Now as you can see, on the tablet camera itself is my viewpoint. Next up, on the top right-hand corner, there's a live button, and as soon as I press this, you'll see the perspective change to a smoothened first-person view. And there you go. If you're creating first-person content, this is amazing for streaming, because you can also turn up the smoothing here to get rid of any jitteriness. And also, if you want to, you can change the field of view of what you're actually seeing. What I like to do, because I multi-stream to TikTok, Twitch, all over the place, I have my field of view set quite high, so therefore I get good vertical content as well as horizontal. A great smoothing position for me is around about 0.6, 0.5. You still get that kind of jitteriness if you need it. So this is roughly my go-to look when I want a smooth first-person perspective and I'm filming things. Nice and simple. Now, when you dip and dive between worlds, when you log out, it will automatically go to this setting, so you don't need to change it if this is what you like. Next up is the rendering resolution. Because I only output a 1080p, I set it to 1440p to give it naturally more anti-aliasing in the recording footage. Of course, changing this resolution will change the output. As you can see now, this is 360p, which is still not that bad for the size, all the way up to 8K. Doesn't actually affect performance as much as you think. Speaking of performance, I'm only running a 3080 Ti on a 5800X 3D. So not the fastest or the greatest machine ever. I'm currently on a Quest 3 with the Virtual Desktop High preset, and at the minute I'm getting 50 frames a second in the base reality. The base reality is a little bit heavier because it's the equivalent of around 6,000 worlds open at once. So go here and to the map and zoom out. You can see it's quite a large area that you can just walk up to. The next thing is player tags. If you're doing like an adventure scene, you can turn them off. This is the tag above people's names, showing the name, their achievements and their level. When you take a picture, you can either publish it or save it or delete it. If you want to take multiple photos at once, toggle that to autosave, and now you can just take pictures as many times as you want without seeing that menu. It will automatically save on your machine. If you want to, you can grab with the laser and press trigger and it will take a photo. Or you can just use the button there. Desktop window size is quite cool. Let's pretend that you're outputting at 4K but you only have a 1080p monitor. This might look strange on the recording, but if I go to same as rendering, you can now see the window is stretched further than my 1080p resolution that I'm currently recording at. This means, if you want to, you could record 1440p, 4K, 8K as a source separately in OBS while still having a 1080p monitor. It's very handy for really high res recording. The other things you can do inside the tracking menu is set camera lookout to eyes. Now, whenever I move, the camera moves with me. And I can change the vertical offset and also change the smoothing on the air too. And again, as always, you can change the field of view to match whatever you want to do. Everything I'm showing you at the minute is in our basic camera settings. You can also do things like layers. So if you want to, you can hide your tablet from recordings. This is great because you can have a script up in front of you. No need for any other overlays. It also hides your laser pointers and your HUD status, which you can see here because I'm currently muted. If you want to, on this basic camera, you can also hide avatars, environments, and what comes really handy for me personally is the green screen mode. You toggle that and everything gets rendered on a green screen. If you want to record yourself on a green screen, it's quite easy to do so. Now you can load it into your editing software and key it out. Another thing built into our basic camera are simple filters. Chroma, colourful, dark. It gives you a lot of freedom if you just want to take quick camera shots on the go. This is quite cool actually. And arguably, one of the most important things for any kind of photography is bokeh or depth of field. Our camera settings replicate what a camera actually does with aperture, shutter speed, and also the field of view slider, which mimics that different millimeters of camera lenses. Let me just go find a nice place to demonstrate this. Let's try this Christmas tree. Now you can use depth of field on any part of the camera. At the minute I'm set to eyes, so if I turn it on, most things will go blurry at a certain distance. That's because my aperture is really low and my distance override is set to around a meter or so here. I'm just going to change the view to a traditional camera setting by going over to the second one down, tracking, and changing camera follow to tablet. Now, all I've got to do is flip the camera around, and now I can move around like a traditional camera. So what I'm going to do is, I want to get this ball here in focus. So what I'm going to do now is physically click on it. The depth of field function is also a great way to separate the subject from the background, like any other cinematography or photography camera. Right now, if you can see me, I'm nice and sharp and in focus, but if I wanted to, I can click on here and I can give myself out of focus. So now all the focus is on the Somnium Tower. Look at that! Beautiful! Of course you can hold it if you want to do some freestyle hand vlogging. I use this a lot when I'm doing some video updates. And it's quite easy. What you got to do is grab the camera and that's it. Walk around. For this mode, I usually turn off the tablet visibility layer and get it right up there. And now we're on a giant selfie stick, or from the basic camera. You can pull it back and grab it. Oops, sorry, that's inside my brain. There's nothing there, was there? And also, if you want, you can make this as big or small as you want if you need some help filming what you need to film. Let's go back to the nice wild field of view perspective by setting camera follow to eyes, and on the top right again, make sure it's set to live. If this button here is yellow, that means whatever this camera's seeing is being displayed on your monitor, ready for capture. Another thing that's really handy is the built-in light in the basic camera. Let's just go find somewhere dark and damp. You know, I'm going to drop a portal here just in case anyone bumps into it. They can come and join me, and we'll launch world. And here we are in the Neon Bunker. As you can see, the settings that we came from the base reality with have been saved. As you can see, I'm pretty dark right now. I've turned off the live mode, so the footage will be a little bit jittery. But if I go to this bottom left here, and then turn up the intensity, we have a built-in light. This is perfect if you want the lighting just to be right for you. And now when I go to live mode, I'm lit up and ready for filming. You can change its position from left to right, and just show you that on this bit. So you can see the light there. You can move it from right to left. Perfect. Now let's head over to an amazing world with nice scenery to do some more professional shots, cinematography, all that jazz. And here we are, Artific's Blazing Highlights, where I can talk through you some of the features of our Pro camera. Let's get going. First things first, let's find somewhere nice and cinematic. Maybe up top there somewhere. My quick menu, turn on fly mode, and let's go there. Again, you could use your own eyes as smooth and drone footage if you want to. Looks pretty beautiful, nice anime style, stylized area. Now for the Pro camera, I'm going to change perspective so you can see what I'm doing with the drones. Press on live, now I'm going to press on Pro. Now what you'll see here is an absolute array of tools that you can use for your production, for filming, for whatever you want. Let's go through some of the things that I use. Some special FOV smoothing, some effects, stuff like camera shape built in. But let's do one nice thing I like to do. This is one of the drones. You can control up to 10 of them. And as you can see, it's pointing at me right now. I'm going to take a quick pan shot of the village down there. Let's get this set up. You can place your drones wherever you want, and I'm going to go place another one over there. So again, I'm going to enable fly mode, grab my drone, and head over here. Again, the footage you're seeing now is choppy because I'm not using that live eye mode that I like to use. Let's put it down, just looking down there at the village. If we open up our tablet, we can see now. It's a switch between these two drones. We can see their positions. We can set up the field of view on each drone individually. And also the smoothing. That one's okay. Okay, so that's like an establishing shot. Let's wide it open a little bit. Now, this is what I do a lot. This comes in handy when you're doing kind of scene setting shots. So, transition time on the right, put that up to 15 seconds. I'm going to change this to display on main PC. And now what you're seeing is what my drone sees. Now, if I click the new drone that I've just set up, you'll see the magic happen. Nice, smooth, the perfect drone tool for any scene setting. Now I'm going to add another drone, this one. And what I'm going to do is, again, display on main PC. I'm going to make this drone have some camera shake to it. You see bottom here, bottom left? I can activate the camera handshake. I'm going to set the amount fairly low and the frequency fairly low. And now if I display this on my main PC, you're getting some normal, natural camera shake. Again, I'm not touching the drone. This is just from what this is set. Again, we can change the field of view of these drones. We can change the near clip plane, like this. Look, you can take out whatever you don't need. You can do the far plane clip. Let's say you don't want the mountains. You can key them out. There you go. And you can also switch between different cameras on the fly. I'm going to add one more. The best way to describe these drones are mini GoPros with every setting you ever want unlocked. I'm going to go set this one far in the mountains. Let's go. I'm in fly mode now. I'm going to set this one up high in the mountains to show off a Hitchcock zoom, where I'm going to set two drones up, one with a very wide field of view, one with a very low field of view, and have them transition to each other at the same time. So we're going to open up our menu, and we can see we've got two set up. What I'm going to do here is zoom in with this one, go to the other one, and then add some field of view. And now I'm going to use the other drone to do a nice Hitchcock style zoom. You can also set drones to follow certain things. Oh, as you can see here, I've spawned in a new drone, but because I've got transition time turned on, we're getting some nice footage completely by accident. I'm going to spawn something in. Let's spawn in a pumpkin. This is my pumpkin. What we can do is we can set any drone to target something and follow it. We go to target and follow, set the follow target, and that's pretty much it. Now we can do third person. So wherever this goes, as you can see on the camera there, wherever this goes, the camera will follow. So now, wherever this pumpkin goes, the drone behind me, up there, is following it. There are thousands of applications for our Pro camera. From nice cinematic shots, shaky handhelds, vlogging, whatever your style, you can do it here. If you need any help or assistance, ask in the Discord. And like with anything in life, the more you use it, the more familiar it will become. There's many features in the camera, but the main ones for this short demonstration, if you want smooth first-person footage, go to the second tab on the left, click on Eyes, change your smoothing amount, change your field of view, then on the top right, hit that live button. And anything you see now will appear smooth, with more field of view, or less field of view if you want it. There's my fingertips. The visibility layers, so if you want to display your tablet and what you see more, you can turn it on and off. The built-in FX, which makes recording things on the fly quicker and more easier, giving you more time in post-production if you need it. And obviously the most important, depth of field, giving you that crispy bokeh effect in the distance. I'm just here floating in this beautiful world. You can see my legs are flapping around. But if you need any help with the cameras or any settings inside Somni Space, please don't hesitate to ask, because everything has a learning curve. We try to make it as easy as possible. This has been a short demonstration of what you can do with the tablet camera. I'm excited to see some proper cinematographers come in and just film some absolutely incredible things. For now, I'm off. Bye bye!